graduated from Miami University in Oxford, has been a fixture in our community for the past 63 years. He was a teacher, head football coach, and athletic director in the Fairborn City Schools from 1960 to 1989, and made a profound effect on the direction of our school system and its athletic programming. He served as a city councilman and was a member of the Parks and Recreation Board, Zoning Board, Fairborn YMCA Board, and Greene County Fair Board, and the Greene County American Red Cross Board. He was a past president of the Fairborn Rotary Club and a member of the Fairborn Lions Club. His wife Sue was a Fairborn teacher, and he has 3 children: the late Wendy Williams Kirsch, Jay Bradley Williams, and Amy Williams Fulton, 5 grandchildren, and 25 great-grandchildren. Congratulations to Lloyd A. Williams, a legend of Fairborn. Accepting this is Lloyd A. Williams.
Since we got an hour left, I got plenty of time. If I may, there's an old expression that many of you have heard, that it takes a village to raise a child. I would say to you, it takes 2 villages, Osborne and Fairfield, to form Fairborn to raise a child. It takes Fairborn to raise a family. It takes Fairborn to recognize legends. I want to take you back briefly to 1960. And I was fortunate to be down at Hughes High School in Cincinnati, assistant football coach, assistant basketball coach, teaching health and driver's ed. One afternoon, my principal came by, he waved to me to come out in the hall, and he said, "There's a gentleman down in my office who wants to talk to you, and I think you should go talk to him." And I said, "All right." I went down. The gentleman introduced himself as Mr. H.K. Baker, superintendent of the Fairborn City Schools. And he said to me, he said, "Mr. Williams," he said, "our head football coach at Fairborn has taken the head job at Wilmington College, and I need a head football coach." He said, "Like you, I'm a graduate of Miami University. I called down to Miami University and talked to a man named Woody Hayes. And he said there's only one man that I will recommend for that job. And he said he's paid his dues, he's ready, and he's teaching down at Hughes High School in Cincinnati as assistant football coach, assistant basketball coach, and a teacher." He said, "He's your man." HK said, "Mr. Williams," he said, "I would like you to bring my wife back on Saturday and take you and your wife out to eat and talk to you about this job." And I said, "Well, Mr. Baker, I appreciate that, but I would rather come to Fairborn and see your community and see what it's all about up there." He said, "That's a good plan." So I went home and told my wife, Sue, who was also, at that time, we had all kind of kids. She was due any minute with Amy, who's with us this evening, and because of Amy Fulton, I am here today. I guarantee you. And then Brad, my son Brad is here with us also. He flew in from Colorado, from Steamboat Springs, Colorado, with his wife, and also with us, it was Amy and my daughter, Wendy, who was passed. So I came up to Fairborn, and I looked around. Bill McCarty, I knew. Bill McCarty was a fraternity brother of mine at Miami University. And Bill McCarty's dad was a dentist here for many years. And many of you knew Doc McCarty and his wife, Alice. And Bill McCarty, and I come up here and looked around. Sue and I came up, and we loved it. And we decided, well, let's take a chance on it. We moved in, I told Bill, I need a place to live. He said, I got just a place for you. It's a new development called Pleasant View. He said, it's no frills. He said, it's no garages, no basements. He said, it's just a home. I said, that's what I'm looking for, and it's cheap. So we came up here. I told Bill, that will be fine. We rented 6 Florence Avenue down by Avery Park. And I never figured out why they called it Pleasant View, because the only view we got was a cement company putting dust on your car every morning and Armstrong's elevator. So after looking it over, we went back and we decided, yes, we're ready, let's take it. So I called Bill McCarty and I said, Bill, we're going to take that job, get me a house. So he did. And Sue and I, on a phone with a spring afternoon, we called and we rented and told Bill rented us a trailer from the golf station over there on the corner of Xenia Drive and Dayton Drive, Bud's Golf. And he had trailers. I didn't take a very big trailer because we didn't have very much. So I come up here, got the trailer, went back to Cincinnati. We loaded it up on a Friday night, except for our beds. Got up early the next morning, finished loading the trailer up, and headed north. We looked like the Beverly Hillbillies. Tarp was flapping. We had 3 children at that time. Amy was just young, was just born. And Brad was 2 years old in the back seat teaching his sister, Wendy, who was 3 years old. We came up here, and Bill McCarty had a group waiting to help us unload. You knew him. It was a guy named Bud Warner, who was the fire chief. There was Tom Wright. There was all these legends of Fairborn to help us unload. Jimmy Coates. And it went on and on. Great people. And so my folks even came down from Marion, Ohio to help us move in. Sue said to me, she says, why don't I go downtown to the post office and get our mail forwarded so we'll get our mail. I said, good idea, while we got these people here to watch our kids. She went down, and I said, do you know how to get downtown? She says, yeah. The overpass wasn't built yet on Maple Avenue, and we're in Pleasant View, so we have to come around, go down Powell, and she said, you just go across the railroad tracks and you go straight downtown. I said, you got it, now if you get lost, call. The post office was where the library is now, today. That was the post office. She went down, she done her work, she came back, and she said to me, you're not going to believe what happened to me. And I thought, oh my God. What happened, honey? She said, I was down there, and she said, and I did all the work I needed to do, and I was walking across the street to my car, and this man kept walking, came towards me. And she said, he stopped right in front of me, he tipped his hat, and said, good morning, ma'am. She said, that's where I want to raise my family. That's the town I want to live in. And that's the town we lived in. I'm going to flash forward to you back to 1965. It's October, it's cold, it's rained for a week, and it's a mess out there. And we're going to play Fairmont for the league championship in football. The first and only time in the history of Fairborn that they played for a league championship in football in Fairmont. We had played all the big schools. We played Springfield, we played Wayne, we played Beaver Creek, we played all Pickles, Sidney, Troy, you name it, we had played. That night was a complete sellout. Let me say at this point, there was an old saying that it takes a village to raise a child. And I submit to you that it took 2 villages, Osborne and Fairfield, to form Fairborn to raise a child. We played that game on that day, and the game plan was this. The team would come to the field dressed, they come up on the stage in the field house. And we would give the pep talk. On the back of the stage in the field house, you may not realize, but there's a blackboard that goes the full length of the stage. On that, we had starting offensive team, starting defensive team. We had the kick team, the kick receiving team. We had the whole game plan, what plays we wanted to run, what passes we wanted to run. We had it all on that stage. And then we were ready to play. The last words that my teams heard before they left to play that game, to play any game, was this: let us pray. Pray not to win. God will think we shall. Pray that no one on either team is injured. Thank God for giving you the parents, the teachers, and the coaches to play this great game. Thank God for giving you the town that believes in you and provides the facilities for you to do that. Good luck. God bless you. Boom, we're out the door and play. It's raining. It's nasty. You talk about it takes a whole town to raise a family. It takes a whole town to raise a champion. And the whole town was there. Every seat was filled. Many of you were there. There was not an empty seat anywhere. Around the track, they stood around the track about 3 deep. Let's go on to the fourth quarter. We're down. Fairborn is winning. We're down 12-7. Time is running out. They've got the ball. They fumbled. We jump on it about the 4-yard line. The place is going absolutely crazy. I'm trying to get a play in. I'm talking to George Winkhouse up in the press box, Bill Young, Paul Spakowski, and I played, give me a play. Give me a play. What do you want? Give me a play. What do you want to run? Nothing. All at once the stadium erupted. We scored. We won the WOL championship. We scored. I didn't even get the damn play in. We scored. And he kept running off the field.
Best play.
And the first one was Rob Sturrett, the big quarterback. He took Joe Massey's place because Joe Massey had hurt his hand. And I said, what the hell did you call? He said, Coach, we got in the huddle and Chuck Fisher. Chuck Fisher was the All-American boy. Beautiful boy. Well-built, nice, great kid. He said, Chuck Fisher grabbed me by the jersey. He said, give me the damn football. I said, we don't have a play called give me the damn football. But that won the league championship. Chuck Fisher scored and we won. The whole town erupted. Bertie Hilbrink came out the next Monday in the paper and said it best. Bertie Hilbrink was the editor of the Fairborn paper, and Bertie said that he gave the date, and he said the night the sun shone in Memorial Stadium. Remember, it takes a town to raise the champion. It takes a town to raise a student. It takes a town, a whole town, to raise the legends. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. One more and I'm done. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. May the rain fall soft upon your fields. Until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hands.